Hey everyone, and welcome to Cooking Companion TV. I'm Jenna Edwards, and this is a recipe demo of Zucchini Crisp. It's zucchini in a dessert, like an apple crisp, but with zucchini. It's pretty delicious, and this is my take on the recipe that's made its way all around the foodie internet. I got my recipe from Barefoot Mimosas, so give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Let's get right to it. We need 5 cups of peeled, seeded, and cubed zucchini. I needed 3 large zucchini to make that happen. So peel them, scoop out the seeds, which may be easier if you quarter the zucchini lengthwise, and then you'll get a more efficient scoop. And slice the quartered zucchini into 1-inch pieces. For the crust, we need 2 cups of flour and 1 cup of sugar. I'm using brown sugar to be a little different. Then a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm using ras el hanout, again, to be different. Whisk all this together to separate any flour or sugar clumps. Then cube or slice 3/4 of a cup of butter. It needs to be very cold for an easy slice. If you're new to cutting butter into a dry mixture, it's a lot of work at the beginning and it feels fruitless. You can use a pastry cutter or the back of a butter knife. I got started with the pastry cutter and then moved on using my hands, searching for those last little bits of butter to smash between my fingers. And then you just keep going until the mixture looks like sand. If you squeeze it, it should hold a shape. And you should have rubbed out any large or even medium pieces of butter. Measure out 1.5 cups of the crust and set it aside. Grease your baking dish with a teaspoon of oil. I'm using a 10-inch cast iron skillet, and press in the remaining crust. I was able to press it up the sides of the pan by about 1/2 inch too. And we bake it for 12 minutes at 375 degrees or 190 degrees Celsius. In the meantime, let's cook the zucchini. I've got them all in a 10-inch skillet, and I'll add in 1/3 of a cup of lemon juice. I actually didn't have enough lemon juice on hand, so I did half lemon and half lime, and that was a delicious accident. I toss the zucchini around to get a little juice on all of it, and then bring it to a boil and reduce the heat to a simmer and cover for 8 minutes. This is halfway through. I wanted to redistribute the zucchini so they all got a chance at the direct heat. Now this is at 8 minutes, the full cook time. Most of the juice is evaporated and some of the zucchini is starting to stick. So I'll add the sugar, 1/2 cup of it, and the spices. You need 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon and a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, or as seen here, 3/4 of a teaspoon of ras el hanout again. Give it all another stir to evenly distribute the sugar and cook on medium-low for another 5 minutes covered. Here I am at 5 minutes. I have a little bit of syrup in the pan. Now you don't want too much because that can make your crisp not crispy, but a little is good to make that molten filling. So I've decided to stop here. By now the crust is out of the oven. It's lightly golden and ready for the filling. Evenly distribute the filling in the crust and add the rest of the crust, that 1.5 cups that you set aside earlier. Evenly sprinkle it on top, and it'll go back in the oven for 40 minutes until that top crust is golden. And let it rest for a few minutes before cutting into it. The crust is strong enough to need a knife and a pie server. It's so decadent with the brown sugar in the crust and that syrupy zucchini filling. Honestly, you will never know it isn't an apple. This was a delightful way to eat some of that zucchini surplus that we're seeing everywhere. That's it for this recipe demo of Zucchini Crisp. Get the ingredient list below or at cookingcompaniontv.com/zucchini crisp. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it and subscribe to this channel for more demos just like this. I'm Jenna Edwards, and thanks for watching.